Oh, police! Come to the door. You come to no harm. Shots fired.
Crime never sleeps.
Taser, I think.
But neither
Stand still!
do the cops. Battling on the front line
Taser! Taser!
are Nottinghamshire's finest.
Stop after impact.
Highly trained pursuit drivers, specialists in entry and search,
4 ounces of cannabis.
rapid response firearms officers,
On police! Show yourself now!
Police with a dog, stop!
and the crime-stopping force
Look at my arm!
of the dog unit.
Get down on the floor!
Wherever the battle takes them, they'll never back down.
Taser!
Because come at the hour,
Yeah, Bats, we've still got him. Up on the back wheel, offside of the road.
Doing.
come at the Interceptors.
Where are you from? Leeds. Don't come to Nottingham again, will you?
Ramming up.
Coming up, a dangerous man in a 2-ton van feels the barbs of Rob's taser. A swift stop in the student quarter
We'll just go for the massive bulge in his pants, shall we?
sees a suspect schooled by the knife crime team.
There's obviously a significant quantity of Class A and B drugs.
And
A young man has apparently been kidnapped.
a reported kidnap
Have him out!
triggers a major op for the firearms squad.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car now! Turn the engine off! Get out of the car!
It's Saturday in the suburbs.
Decision on stopping this vehicle, please.
And the firearms squad is looking to pick up something for the weekend.
If it's the van, it's likely he's driving it, that's my understanding.
They're preparing to stop a van with a wanted man at the wheel.
Stand by.
Jim Campin and Ben Moore have spotted the target,
3.10.
and the target spotted them.
Get on with the vehicle. Stopping the vehicle. Get about to stop. It's ramming us. Stop on to the right.
The cavalry's flying in. Norgie and Rob Ely reach the scene as the rogue van rams its way free. Tensions running high because the target is connected with firearms.
It's a right onto Heathfield Rise, stand by. Vehicle is failing to stop, T-Pack driver, unmarked car.
With the lead car tied to the runaway, Jim's smashed up Volvo is now second place at the stick.
Jim, what's damage to your vehicle?
We're still drivable.
2 cars in convoy, let's get a third. Billiston. No ID. Further right, Billiston, stand by.
The driver's doing motorway speeds in a built-up area.
Speed is 70. Heavy braking on the approach to a mini roundabout. Overtaking vehicles, medium risk. Yes, on mate. Still overtaking vehicles, medium risk, speed 70 in a 30.
They need to tread carefully. The target van weighs north of 2 tons, and the driver of this heavyweight is a potentially dangerous man.
We're a red ATS, high risk, and we're back down to now low risk. It's a dual carriageway. Test goes to the near side, and it's the offside lane, speed 70.
Their target has already rammed a cop car.
You've got tactical contact if you're able to do that.
So Control has authorised tactical contact.
Understood.
And Rob knows just what it takes to run a van off the road. But a tactical contact today would need the right location.
High risk, it's wrong side of the road. through the red ATS, stand by. And it's a left, left, left.
And Van Man's keeping the pursuit to a built-up area.
Passing a school to the offside, I can't see any children out on the road.
Which brings all kinds of safety concerns for the cops.
Near collision with the bus. Approaches Edwards Lane. And it's a left, left, left.
Speed 70, medium risk, now wrong side of the road.
The runaway's wanted in connection with firearms, and the Interceptors are determined to bring him in, but it won't be easy.
Watch out for the bollard.
What's your plan to bring it to a halt, please?
How many vehicles have got in the stick, please? 5-2 ahead.
Get tied together, we'll go through a 3-bar box at a slowing feature when it allows.
Just confirm we've got Stinger in the area.
An experienced cop like Rob is a major asset in the lead car. His comms are second to none, and he's a master tactician.
We'll just keep trying for Stinger ahead, and if we get Ampass on board.
On to a pass now.
But whatever his next move is,
High risk, pedestrian crossing on red, back to low risk.
he needs to make it fast
Now looks to be on the telephone.
before someone gets hurt.
Head on with the vehicle.
Interceptors are after a van driver who's wanted in connection with firearms.
It's ramming us, it's ramming us.
He's already rammed Jim and Ben,
Move.
and now has 5 cars on his tail, led by Rob and Norgie.
Vehicle is failing to stop, T-Pack driver, unmarked car.
Ram Man's taking big risks in a built-up area,
Near collision with the bus.
and they need to stop him.
You've got tactical contact if you're able to do that.
Understood.
Pronto.
Moves to the near side lane, undertaking vehicle, near collision, medium risk. It's gone right, mile up road over the central reservation. The speed is 50.
With a steady stream of traffic on the opposite carriageway, the van driver pulls a crazy move, ploughing over the central res and cutting across the front of an unsuspecting driver. They're desperate to slow this guy up, so they've set up a Stinger team on Arnold Road. His tyres are toast if he turns right here.
And at the junction with Arnold Road, it's a left.
No dice.
Speed 30.
The cops need a break.
Right. Wilton Street, I think this might be a dead end.
And this could be it.
Tank traps at the end with Park Lane.
The tank traps have slowed him up. Norgie seizes his chance and gets his toe down.
Right, that's a tactical contact. Norgie, do his front end. Get out.
Rather than risk the runaway getting through the tank traps, they slam into the front of the van, pinning it in place. As the driver tries to reverse out, the cop smashes window. And Rob unleashes 50,000 volts of taser. Even tasered, the suspect struggling. As the cavalry arrives in the form of Jim and Ben, who were rammed by the driver earlier, he won't yield. And during the almighty struggle, his featherline puffer's gone pop. But at last, he's in handcuffs.
Two cross, I'm a two cross.
Spitting feathers.
Now detained, now detained. He has been tasered.
And shaking off 50,000 volts. Rob does the honours.
You're under arrest for failing to stop for police. Yeah. Dangerous driving and assault on emergency worker.
The runaway driver, who was tasered and feathered, pleaded guilty to dangerous driving, assaulting a cop, and perverting the course of justice. The court also found him guilty of wounding with intent, numerous firearms offences, and production of cannabis. He got 23 years behind bars.
I think you're going to need new coats after this one, you.
Teenage drug dealing is a growing problem in the UK, with youngsters tempted by cash, clothes and phones. The courts recognise many are victims of exploitation, and though cops do what they can to protect them, it's not always enough.
Too many young people, some children, certainly teenagers, losing lives, losing limbs, losing body parts, end up with horrendous scarring and life-altering injuries because of, in a lot of cases, petty drugs battles or territorial battles. When they look back in 20, 30 years' time, if they managed to survive these incidents, I'd like to think they're looking back and going, what on earth were we arguing for?
It's Saturday night, and firearms cops are descending on the city in numbers, including Rob Ely.
Clear, mate, clear.
And Ian Coleman with Spencer Pugh.
There's been an incident at an address in St Anne's, I believe, where a young man who's got some intelligence links to drug dealing has apparently been kidnapped by 3 men brandishing knives, been bundled into a silver BMW.
The alleged victim is a 17-year-old who's not exactly squeaky clean himself.
He's been stopped a couple of times this week. Intel suggests he might be like a low-level dealer.
The Interceptors suspect he's got involved in dealing and is out of his depth.
Just getting ourselves down there now.
And they think they've ID'd both the car he left in with 3 men and the driver.
Just come out of prison for an armed robbery, this fella. A firearm was used during that robbery, and he's currently a MAPA level 2 violent offender, so...
The driver's record doesn't paint a pretty picture.
Robbery, possession of firearm with intent to cause severe violence, possession of imitation of firearm with intent to cause severe violence.
The cops are worried for the safety of the teenager and need to find the car sharpish.
We've got the description of the car and a number plate, so we're just putting as many resources into the area as possible to try and locate this vehicle and hopefully recover this the young male who's been abducted safely.
Officers have been sent to the scene of the original incident to gather any information that might help locate the car.
Do you know what's happened?
No.
And after failing to find any eyewitnesses willing to talk...
Do you see what happened?
Hobbsy's heading for the victim's home. Meanwhile, more intel trickles in, and none of it good.
So victims potentially had a machete on him at the time he's been abducted.
Oh.
And obviously now he's in that car, so now potentially they've got that machete. However, if he's got a machete and they've still abducted him, they've probably got something a bit bigger, haven't they?
In over 2 decades on the force, Spencer's seen too many teenagers get swept up by the drug trade with devastating results. And this has all the hallmarks of a cautionary tale.
Some officers have gone to the home address of the victim. Bear in mind, he's a 17-year-old male, and with mum's permission, they've been allowed to search his bedroom and found 2 large machetes in his room and a lot of evidence to suggest he's dealing cannabis. 17 years old, and he's got 1 machete on him and 2 further in his bedroom.
Real, isn't it?
Yeah. Destined to live a very short life if he carries on in that kind of game.
Tonight's events may be the wake-up call this teenager needs. If he survives them. But as Ian races into the city, they still haven't found their missing BMW.
They've not missed anything.
The Interceptors are helpless at the moment, but at last...
So they got a POS ID on the vehicle, just up here.
Over the hill.
Gone past the Jet petrol station. Zulu 5 with Stockhill Lane, not far away.
Not at these kind of speeds.
left here, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ian's itching to get his foot down, but traffic is holding him up as he approaches a level crossing.
Don't let the barriers come down.
They're through, tucked in behind a marked car and closing in on potentially dangerous customers.
We've got taser on this or anything?
Yes. Have they got 3 cars already?
The plan is to box in the target car before its occupants know what's happening, which means the marked car will have to take a back seat. Ian moves up to join the pair of plain cars ahead.
Got 3 unmarked vehicles in the stick.
He's just behind Rob's white Beamer.
5-3, plain car will be stacking in the stick. 1 for cover on you now. Please, you can't just get stacked up in it. Keep it discreet down in the footwell.
Rob keeps tied to the lead Volvo ahead, and their 3-car stealth stick is just behind the target vehicle. But there's a red hatchback in the way. Not anymore. The 2 cop cars at the front of the stick pull out. The lead Volvo will get ahead of the target, Rob's white Beamer will pull alongside, and Ian will close up at the back.
Oh, the Astra's done you.
Astra.
But a slow-moving Astra's thwarted the plan. The team regroups and starts to build up again. This time, it's a go. The black unmarked overtakes. Rob's white Beamer pulls alongside. Ian slams the back door. But as they're about to get out, the driver slams his car in reverse. The box is too tight, he can't escape. And the Interceptors swoop.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car now! Turn the engine off! Get out of the car! Out of the car right now! Get out of the car, on the floor, on the floor! Get out of the car now!
Get out now! On the floor! Get on the floor!
Get in the back! Get him out of the way! Get out! Get out! Open this door now!
The backseat passenger has locked himself in.
Open the door now! Open it!
He sees sense.
Out the car now! Get out the car! Out the car! Out the car! Out the car! Move! Down! Get down now! Excuse me? Move up here. I don't know! What's on? Get off! I'm a drone! Excuse me? Hello? What have I done?
4 occupants, including the teenage victim of the alleged abduction, are in cuffs.
Hello?
And the 17-year-old has significant injuries to his face.
How's that kid got those injuries?
He got in trouble with somebody.
All right.
The teenager isn't the only person with an injury.
I think he'll be all right.
But things could have been a lot worse. If Spencer had jumped out a split second earlier, the driver could have reverse rammed more than a cop car.
Subject's obviously seen the box coming, tried to evade it. As we've tried to wrap round it, he's then reversed into my car, so unfortunately a bit of damage to our vehicle. But we'll get to the bottom of it.
Got beat up by 3 lads.
The 3 men deny abducting the teenager.
Not doing no kidnapping. We've helped him, picked him up. Insane, man. So, what's up?
You are under arrest.
I
You are going to custody.
don't mind that, man, but I wish you asked him. He'll tell you. I mean, I'll open him, not.
The alleged victim of the kidnapping certainly got some facial injuries consistent with him, being punched and having a good hiding, quite frankly. The people in the car are saying that they've acted to rescue this person with the facial injuries, that they've actually saved him from some other sort of assault. He's unlikely to tell us what's gone off or start making any complaints against the other 3.
No statements were made regarding the alleged abduction, and no further action was taken regarding allegations of kidnap or regarding weapons. However, the driver of the BMW was convicted of ramming a police vehicle. He was ordered to pay £500 in compensation and was sent down for 6 weeks at His Majesty's pleasure. Coming up.
That definitely is the deal. They pulled up, they've had an engagement, he's driven off.
Caught in the act and then caught with his pants up.
The size of this bulge in his pants is ridiculous. Looks like he's got a blown up balloon down his pants.
Kingo has his work cut out.
Standby approaching red ATS is high risk.
Keeping up with a superbike.
Speed is 90 miles an hour.
And
I require you to give me a specimen of saliva.
Yeah.
Are you going to give me a sample of saliva?
Once you've paid me the fee.
I'm not paying you.
Matt stops the suspect of a lifetime.
Are you going to give me a sample or not?
Once you've paid me the fee.
Mate, you're under arrest on suspicion of being concerned in supply of Class A drugs.
Where there are knives, there are often drugs, and when it comes to narcotics, Knott's dedicated knife crime team know their ABCs.
At this time, I'm arresting you on suspicion of possession with intent to supply Class B drugs.
As well as a drug dealer's MO.
I thought I saw you pulled up over there and then down there and now here. I just wondered why you'd done so many short journeys.
They stopped this guy in the student quarter a few months back.
I think my colleagues found something in the car, mate. All right, what have you got?
With a full-on sweet shop on board.
It's a right selection of pills.
He had on him Class A, Class B and Class C drugs. Quite a substantial amount in the vehicle with him. Cocaine, ketamine, MDMA.
With suspicions into the Candyman growing, and ANPR cameras show him shuttling around the university area again tonight.
His car is a dark grey Mercedes A-Class.
The cops suspect he's serving students.
We're expecting him to be somewhere around the student halls.
Step 1, find the grey Merc.
Last time, he just literally, the next one up, he just parked there.
Dan and Joe are in the hunt, as are Adam and the Sarge. When news comes in of a sighting.
We'll get down to the Gregory Boulevard junction with
Derby Road.
Both cars move to intercept.
Stop, see me tram, see me, well done tram.
After 14 years on the force, Dan's favourite day is rest day. But any day he bags a drug dealer is a close second.
I'm just going to push through to St Peter's.
Yeah,
That's some stinking student, innit?
Yeah.
They've reached the Merc's last known location, but no Merc.
It's one of these, like these jobs are like the most frustrating because you're trying to catch him. But at the same time, I quite like hunting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the best place for the hunters tonight?
What's the reg?
Turns out to be the supermarket.
It's in there. I think it's in Sainsbury's.
We've just driven past Sainsbury's. We think it might be in there with its headlights on.
This guy could be dealing from the car park, but it's hard to observe in a marked car without giving themselves away.
How far away are you, Mike?
So the Sarge calls him Mike in the plain Beamer.
Will you tuck up somewhere and keep an eye then? I mean, hopefully you'll see some student come to the window and what you think's a deal, and we'll just go head on with it in the car park. We will sit very close by, but not within sight.
With two marked cars plotted up out of sight, they await news from Mike, who now has eyes on the Merc.
I'll keep watching, because something might develop. We might deal with someone shortly.
But all that's happening here is a whole load of nothing.
He's been parked there 40 minutes and no one's been to the car.
I think he's out dealing. It's how we... I don't know.
What's everyone's thoughts?
I think we either sack it off or just hit him. I think he's there, let's just go for it.
We're thinking, just go for it.
Because we could be like this all night.
Just do it now. Turn him over, see if he's got anything.
Yeah, sounds good to us.
Before they can strike, there's some news from Mike. Someone's pulled up and engaged their suspect.
That definitely is the deal. They've pulled up, they've had an engagement, he's driven off.
The target's on the move.
We're on Mansfield Road, we're coming.
And the Interceptors are moving in.
We're behind you. Let's get Mike to move out way.
The Merc's in front of the white van ahead. And Dan moves into position for the stop.
Just be careful.
Hello, my friend. Trying to open the car for me. Cheers, thank you very much.
Sure enough, it's the Candyman they caught in the student quarter.
You're detained at the moment.
For what?
Purpose of search, Section 23, Misuse of Drugs Act, okay?
What?
Step out for me.
A misuse of what?
Misuse of Drugs Act.
You know, like last time.
Received information you're involved in the supply of controlled drugs, okay? I don't know where the information comes from, mate. It's just on our system.
A gift from the Intel Fairy.
Just going to take you to the side of the road, buddy, so we're off the road.
Last time, the drugs were in the car. This time, he's improvised.
Just go for the massive bulge in his pants, shall we? Straight away.
Got anything concealed down there, my friend?
Massive bulge in front of his pants, so we'll just go for that one.
Okay. Is it actually in your pants or just down your trousers? Actually in your pants, isn't it?
We'll have to wait then. Yeah, we'll have to wait. Sweet.
Okay. So, you're under arrest, my friend. Okay?
Yeah, it's massive, huge
Possession
bulge
with
in his
intent to
pants,
supply.
so just going to go straight
Controlled
arrest.
drugs.
All will be revealed in a strip search coming to a nick near you.
Take a seat then, dude.
No, it's his pants, unfortunately.
Denying there's anything untoward in his underwear, the suspect's on his way to custody.
The size of this bulge in his pants is ridiculous. Looks like he's got a blown up balloon down his pants.
Next stop, the nick.
Right, mate, follow me. Just going to go over here. Into your left. Then just grab a seat there for me, please.
Where the Candyman soon surrenders in the Battle of the Bulge.
So, thank you. Yes, mate.
Anything else? Just that? Sweet. All right, buddy. Nice one. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Last time the Interceptors nicked this guy, they got quite the haul.
Jesus. There's a lot of drugs in here.
And tonight's no different.
There's obviously a significant quantity of Class A and B drugs, we'd say here. Looks like cocaine, ketamine, MDMA, what we call party drugs. They might sell them as party packs, that type of thing.
The Candyman with a party in his pants was convicted of supplying cocaine and received a 2-year prison sentence, suspended for 2 years. He was also convicted of a previous possession with intent to supply offence. Sounds like the party is very much over.
He's in quite a lot of trouble, to be fair to him.
For Interceptors, the war on criminality never ends.
You're the driver! You've changed seats! Get out! Get out!
Some battles are won.
You're under arrest, dangerous driving, failed to stop.
Some lost.
It's going to be a decamp, stand by. I've lost him.
And in between,
My mate behind me think he recognises it.
it's all about disrupting the enemy.
Reeks of weed in here, buddy. Got any cannabis in here?
What we're trying to do is stop criminality, and we stop it in any way we can. So if we got some intelligence on some guy who, for example, is supposed to be dealing drugs, and we'd stop him and search him and he isn't, yeah, he may be walking free, but at least it's disrupting his criminality if he really is involved in drug supply and he knows that every time he's on the streets he runs the risk of being stopped by the police.
It's the late shift in the Burbs, where Kingo and Glenn have eyes peeled for a motorbike they suspect is connected with drugs.
Oh, there it is.
Just what the copper ordered.
Yeah, it was just on Sandy Lane. We're behind it now.
They suspect the driver's involved in drug supply, but he's in no mood to discuss it.
Yeah, don't stop.
Mike Kilo 4 got a motorbike, failing to stop, Mansfield.
Pursuing a nippy two-wheeler in a giant Beamer is always a challenge. But Kingo didn't get 2 Chief Constable commendations without being a bit tasty behind the wheel.
Just on by, just trying to make ground right now, catch it up. Sips driver, appropriate vehicle. We are currently Eakin Road.
Keeping a safe distance, Kingo keeps the target in his sights.
Stand by approaching red ATS. It's high risk.
Running reds on a bike is a crazy risk, but he's made it through intact.
Back down to low risk, heading in the general direction of Oak Tree Lane.
Cops are extra careful when pursuing bikes, but Control have given Kingo the green light to carry on. The bike, a Kawasaki ZX6R, does 0 to 60 in around 3 seconds and can hit north of 160 miles per hour.
Speed is 70, Oak Tree Lane. Stand by for directions.
And the rider's going some.
NH speed is 90 miles an hour. He's wearing a light helmet. Unknown if he's wearing leathers or not this time.
Single rider.
Single rider approaching Oak Tree Lane. Tesco's on our near side.
As Speedy Rider slows down and cuts the corner into an estate. The problem is there are no other cars available to box him in.
I-004 at this time, I can't put any tactics towards you. Do you receive that?
Yes, yes.
It's frustrating because without backup, this game is over.
Given that I can't put any tactics towards you, I'm not going to authorise the tube carry on any longer speed walk.
It's going to be a decamp.
It's decamp.
But a foot race is authorised.
Decamp up to drive.
And Glenn's out of the blocks.
He's ditched the helmet across the field.
When the runner disappears into the dark, Kingo secures his wheels by taking his keys, which he's left in the ignition. Then it's back to the car to cut him off.
Where's your runner now? In relation to decamp, did he get off properly? Did fall off this?
Negative. He's come to a dead end. Jumped off the bike, jumped over the wall.
And done one.
I'm trying to think where he's gone.
It's a big estate with lots of ways out.
And there's no containment on it at the minute. It's into the Oak Tree Lane estate over open land. He's likely to be in the gardens though. I don't know, give us something like that.
Kingo and Glenn have their work cut out.
Mate, go to the next street is up from Edale. He's ran across the open field.
It's blowing a gale and it's pitch black.
I'm just trying to get my bearings, mate.
But at least the cavalry's arrived.
Yeah, mate. Got the bike, I've got the keys.
Yeah.
He's come across this field here. I don't know where Glenn's lost him, but Glenn must have lost him round here.
With boots on the ground and cars on the road, a major manhunt is underway.
Mate, I'm going to have to try and locate where the bike actually is, because he's gone over the wall, across the main field. I don't know exactly where Glenn's lost him, but there's quite a few people knocking around.
The drone is up, and the dog units join the party.
Hang on.
The dog leads the team to a building nearby.
Just to see if anyone's come in and gone up.
It could be that the suspect ducked into the stairwell and has since moved on, or that he's in one of the flats.
Yeah, mate, how you doing? Yeah, mate, I'm not bothered about any weed or anything, because I can smell it. Is there someone in here who should be in here? Can I have a quick look? A police dog was tracked. We've had a runner from a bike.
Yeah, a bike?
A search of the upstairs flat draws a blank.
Yeah, buddy, sorry to disturb you.
And there's just an elderly man in the downstairs flat.
You haven't let anybody in your address in the last 15 minutes, have you?
Their man has got away.
Not seen nobody, no?
No.
But he's left something useful behind.
I've actually got his house keys and another car key. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to his house in a minute and try it on the door.
The ignition keys left in the bike had a door key with them. Yeah. Kingo's confident he knows the driver's ID, so they're off to see if the key fits the door in his known address. The door in question is boarded up and the cops know why. 3 months ago, the Op Reacher team took it down, met the massive dog who lives behind it, and arrested its owner on suspicion of dealing. The same man Glenn and Kingo are after tonight.
Who is it? Robbo. Who? Robbo.
The door opens a little easier this time around.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
But it's not their suspect.
Where's he gone?
Walking. I didn't. He went out on the motorbike that we've got.
With a key to this door.
Same key.
Bingo Kingo. The key gives them grounds to search. Their suspect isn't there.
More than that.
But they have seized a couple of blades.
It looks like a curb and like a religious knife, but it's been obviously sharpened. So it's not for ceremonial purposes. And this one's just next to it as well. It's a lock knife as well.
There's also a nasty looking knuckle duster.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Offensive weapon, that.
Yeah.
And if he wants to get his bike back, Kingo's got the keys.
If he wants me, can come and get him.
No further action was taken against the rider who decamped in the dark, but his motorbike was crushed. With weapons seized from his flat and wheels off the road, it's been a fruitful evening disrupting the bad guys.
At the day, mate, he's lost his motorbike, hasn't he? He's just thrashing around for months.
Exactly, disruption.
The same suspect soon suffered the ultimate disruption when he was sent to prison on unrelated charges.
Right.
Coming up.
Looking at your pupils, mate.
Yeah?
I want to check that you've not had any drugs.
A routine stop.
Will you please get into the vehicle?
You working in your...
You are under arrest. You need to get into the vehicle.
Of a man who fails to provide...
Kidnap! Unlawful kidnap!
Provides endless entertainment.
You are not the law. Who do you think you are, Judge Dredd?
Recognising that cops protect the public, most people rightly go out of their way to help them.
Oh, mate, you're right.
Not here anymore, so
Next to Tesco Express.
Next to Tesco's Express.
Next to Tesco Express, you just walked in there.
Others are a nuisance. And some...
Right, you're driving a motor vehicle on the road. Happy with that much?
No, I'm driving my private conveyance.
Yeah, it's a car, isn't it?
No, it's private conveyance.
Okay.
are frankly a pain in the proverbial.
It's been a pleasure dealing with you.
The first time you deal with a couple of people who pretend they know the law better than you do, it's a bit frustrating. But once you get in a bit longer, it's water off a duck's back, really.
I think a lot of people like to watch American cop shows and hear the term probable cause. You have no probable cause to stop us or probable cause to stop my vehicle, which is completely made up in this country. But most of the time the ones I found that do kick up a fuss is because they're either driving illegally or are in the process of committing an offence.
Glenn's out again, this time with Matt.
Just keep following it, mate, for now.
And a silver S-Max has piqued their interest.
Possessed cannabis 2020, failing to provide 2015.
The registered driver has a history with the cops and they're about to write a new chapter.
We're going to go for a stop, mate. We're just entering Woodhouse now. We'll go for a stop.
The car's 3 up, but they're not expecting a party.
I guess we're going to get a fairly frosty reception.
Yeah. Matt breaks the ice.
Hey, just turn your engine off for us, Doc. Cheers. Stop out the vehicle for us, please.
And it's time for the first dance.
Mate, in a nutshell, we're straight up, yeah?
Yeah.
I've had a look at...
Touch me though, because it's still on the COVID.
That's fine, Doc. We're on the road. I want to get off the road as well, so step back. I'm going to ask you to come to my car, so I'm going to drug swipe you.
It's a routine check. Past the drug wipe, and he's on his way.
I'd rather not sit in the car.
Say again?
I'd rather not
We'll just stand by then, matey, because you are detained at the moment.
Oh, right.
Yeah, while I do this roadside drug swipe. Have you had any drugs at all today?
I just need to make you aware of my fee schedule before you go ahead and give
You
me
what?
any... I need to make you aware of my fee schedule.
Well, I'm going to do what I'm doing, but yeah, carry on.
Before you give me any orders,
yeah,
to make you aware that all orders are chargeable.
Right.
Before you interfere with my person, I'll need to be paid £88.
Right.
This is a new one. Apparently, he charges to follow orders, and his fee for a drug swipe is £88. Matt suspects he's high.
Looking at your pupils, mate,
Yeah.
I want to check that you've not had any drugs.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
so I'm going to do a road quiet drugs wipe. Do you agree to give me a specimen of saliva?
He doesn't.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Mate, if you're failing
What
to
are you
provide...
doing? I'm not failing to provide.
Well, are you going to give me a sample or not?
I am saying...
Glenn!
Before... Excuse me. Before you...
Mate, I'm requesting you to give me a sample of saliva. Are you going to give me one or not? I'm not...
I am not refusing. I'm not refusing. I am giving you notice that I have a fee schedule. I've already made...
Yeah, you said that. I require you to give me a specimen of saliva.
Yes.
Are you going to give me a sample of saliva?
Once you've paid me the fee...
I'm not paying you. Are you going to give me a sample or not?
Once you've paid me the fee.
OK, mate, you're under arrest on suspicion of driving whilst unfit through drugs. I need to get into the vehicle, mate. Let's get in the vehicle and get gone. Jump in the vehicle, pal.
For being unfit for driving.
Please step into the vehicle.
I'm trying to
Please step into the vehicle.
I've just told them about the fee schedule.
Yeah.
His passengers have emerged to record the action.
Please step into the
I need
vehicle.
some witnesses to
They are witnessing it, but we're going to a police station in the vehicle.
Can you identify yourself, please, Constable?
PC fitting R17 Fitzgerald.
Will you please get into the vehicle?
Are you working in your...
You are under arrest. You need to get into the vehicle.
I don't agree with that, and I don't consent
that's fine. That's fine. But I need to get in there.
I need to make you aware.
Yeah, you made me aware. I understand that.
It's unlawful.
Yeah.
And you can't.
I suspect you might be driving with drugs in your system, mate, and you're refusing that.
I'm not even driving, mate. I'm travelling.
And you get.
Stop assaulting.
Get into the vehicle. Legs in. Legs in, up.
Help! Help!
It's the car.
Excuse me, what's the reasonable articulable suspicion?
His mates aren't making it any easier.
Articulable suspicion to expect crimes being committed.
Well, mate, I think it's all right, pal. Okay.
Buckle up. This could be a long trip.
Kidnap! Kidnap! Unlawful kidnap! Unlawful kidnap!
A very long trip.
Here you are.
26 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015. You're in breach of those.
Right, okay.
I've given you notice. I hope you're still recording, love.
I am.
They've kidnapped me from going about my lawful business with no excuse, making up some story about me refusing a drug test when all I've done is given them notice of my fee schedule that's been in place for over a year now. These young guys here they've got no idea about the law. They're just trying to...
That's your opinion, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's
I require you to give me a specimen of saliva. You're saying you want £88, so that's not going to happen.
And I've informed you of part of my fee schedule. All orders are chargeable. The order to interfere with my body is £88 at the side of the road.
Okay.
All other orders are chargeable at £10,008. So if you want to order me something, like you've just ordered me to give you my details...
Yeah, so you want 10,000 and...
£10,008.
Okay, but I'm not paying you £88. Yeah. Well, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Why is it ridiculous? You've kidnapped me.
Well, we're not kidnapped, have you? You're fully aware that you're under arrest, matey.
I'm not under arrest.
Well, you are, because I've said you are, so you are.
No, just because you say it, it doesn't make it the law. You are not the law. Who do you think you are, Judge Dredd?
Are we nearly there yet?
Kidnap me, we'll see what the desk sergeant says.
We will indeed, we will indeed.
If I went into a restaurant and ordered a meal, they'd give me it for free. You think if I went to a concert and ordered a rock concert ticket...
We're nearly there now, so we'll speak to Sergeant, pal.
At the nick, quick total for services rendered so far.
Now, you already owe me, for the offences that you caused today, 10,016 plus the initial 88 at the side of the road. So that's quite a lot of money you owe me already.
So the officer's been explaining to me what the circumstances of the arrest.
Then the suspect finally gets his wish and meets the custody sergeant.
I believe he's been a bit confused, your officer, today. No, I'm not refusing specifically. I'm not refusing.
Right.
I am giving you my fee schedule that needs to be paid up front.
Who soon agrees with his arresting officers.
You are now committing an offence yourself, officer.
The question is, will the court?
Please try to be more professional, Sergeant, in future.
I've been very professional, thank you.
The answer is yes. After refusing a drug test in custody, Lawman had his day in court, and it was indeed a full day. Characteristically drawing out proceedings, he claimed the judge didn't know what he was doing and was found guilty of failing to provide. He was ordered to pay £652 and banned from driving for 3 years. His bill for services rendered remains unpaid.
I think I've racked up about 100 grand's worth of bills
with him that I'm going to be paying apparently personally. I'm shattered. I think I'm going to go home and have a beer tonight when I get in, or two.